guys, it's me, Gabby, again, and I haven't been on here for a while because I've been working, I've been, doing things. Um, but today's video is gonna be about how I met Jenni Rivera and how it all started and how I met the rest of the family. So I was about 5 years old. Yeah, when I started to hear her music. The first time I heard it was with my mom, actually. She had the CD, the Parrandera Rebelde y Atrevida CD. And she played it full blast. And I remember I was actually in trouble. So she put me at the top bunk so I couldn't get off. Because I was in timeout. And I was like, why is my mom playing this music so loud? But then I started to listen to it, and I liked it. It was cool. And then I just kept listening to Jenni. It was so beautiful. Her songs were beautiful. They would get me up and make me dance, and it was just fun. So then from there, I started loving her music. And then my grandma and grandpa, my grandpa is from Tecoloclan, Jalisco, Guadalajara, sorry. And my grandma is from Sinaloa. So my grandma and grandpa, they would just buy me the CDs. And back then, there wasn't no CDs. There was cassettes, and we had the cassette player, and that's when La Chacalosa came out, Parrandera Rebelde y Atrevida came out, and I had all the cassettes. And then I liked to sing, so my grandma bought me a karaoke set, and I was singing her music. Well, after that, me liking her just grew. It grew really, really big. Then I just kept listening to her, and my dream was to meet her in person. I remember that at my aunt's house, in the mail came a ticket to go see her at Curaçao, because it was the premiere of her perfume, Jenni Rivera perfume. She was having the autograph signing, and I remember calling my mom, and she was at work. And I told her, Mom, Jenni's gonna be here. I would like to go. Can we go? And she was like, I can't promise you anything because I'm at work and I don't know what time I'm gonna get out. I said, okay. And no se me hizo. I couldn't go and see her. So I was kind of bummed. But then when I turned probably about, it was 12. I was 12 years old. My dad, actually, he went to State Line, Nevada, and he went there to go see Los Tigres del Norte. And I stayed with my tia because it was my dad's weekend, but my dad had plans. So anyways, he was there with with his wife and his wife's family, and there was a slot machine, that if it was Jenni Rivera's slot machine, and if you got all four faces, you would get a ticket to go see her April 16, 2011. So they won tickets. I think they won about 6 tickets. And then I was watching Chiquis and Roxy, It was a reality show about Jenni's daughter and her best friend, but Jenni was a producer. Um, you know, and so I was watching it, and my dad had called my aunt and had told her, hey, look, we're gonna go see Jenni. Please don't tell Gabby, which is me. Please don't tell Gabby. Just tell her if she asks, what we're talking about. Tell her we're gonna go see Los Tigres del Norte again. Keep it a surprise, okay? So then I looked at my tia and I go, hey tia, you know what would be cool? It would be nice if State Line were to have a concert of Jenni, so then I can go and meet her and see her. And she goes, yeah, I know, mija, that would be nice, but we're gonna go see Los Tigres del Norte. And I remember I was so angry because I was like, oh, why them? No offense to Tigres del Norte, you guys are a really good group, but I wanted her. And I remember my dad, he came home from State Line on a Sunday, and he screamed my name so loud, and he was like, Gabby! And he was like, come downstairs, quick! And so I went downstairs, and I sat down, and I had a grilled cheese in my hand. And he told me, April 16, you're gonna go see Jenni Rivera. I immediately started crying because I couldn't believe it. And then, April comes around, and it was the Thursday before the concert. The concert was Saturday, so it was a Thursday when we went to my aunt's house, and then we left to State Line that Friday. That Friday, you guys, I was so excited. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I wanted everybody out the door so we can get to State Line. And I was so, so excited to see her. When the night came, all I could do was cry. Because I couldn't believe that my dream was coming true. And I remember when they showed her pictures on the screen, I was so excited. Like, I immediately started crying. And I remember my dad looked at me and he told me, not yet, Mama, she's not out yet. And when they announced her name, like, I just immediately started crying, like the way I am now. But probably even worse than now, because I could not believe that I was really, really gonna meet her in person. That I was gonna see her in person. Excuse me. And so I ended up seeing her in concert. And then we were there. I was singing. I was dancing. I mean, I was living it up. Just being there with her. Just being at her concert. And then as the night progressed, my dad saw Fernando Vargas at the bottom, and he told my dad told him, my daughter's disabled and she would like to meet Jenni, but can you please come and take a picture with her? So he did, and he told me, I'm gonna take you on stage with her. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? And he's like, yeah. So we walked down, and Fernando Vargas, drew a lot of attention because he's Fernando Vargas. And I remember that Jenni was like, hey, fool, like, what's up? Like, you're taking my show. And he told Jenni she wants to meet you. She doesn't walk, she has special needs. And Jenni immediately stopped her show, stopped singing, and told him to put me on stage. And she did. And I remember she said, "What's up, mommy?" And she looked at me and hugged me. And it was something so pretty and so... I can't explain. I was so excited. And she said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Gabriella." And mind you, I was on stage crying because I couldn't believe it. And then she said, "What's your name?" And then I told her. And then she told her, "What's wrong, Mama?" And I told her nothing. And then she said, you have cerebral palsy, you can't walk." And I said, "Yeah." She said, "But you can see, you can hear, you can touch, and you can be loved back." And I said, "Yes, I could." And she said, "Do you believe in God?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "Do you believe He's the doctor of all doctors and He can make you walk?" I said, "Yes." Then she asked her fans if they believed it, and they said yes. And she asked the entire arena to pray for me, and they did. And then, as my night couldn't get any better, the fans, wanted pictures with me. There was actually a fan that recorded it and recorded me on stage. And if you guys want to watch it, it's under Jenni Rivera and her number one fan, Gabriella. And there you can see the video. Well, as my night couldn't get any better, Jenni's manager at the time, Pete, told Fernando Vargas to bring me backstage. And you guys, it was something so beautiful that I can't even explain. It was something so magical where, they put me in her camerino, and her and I couldn't breathe. I was like, "Oh my God, this night can't get any better." And she told me, I was walking to her, and she told me, "No, que no puedes caminar, güey, córrale." And I remember, I didn't know what to do. I was just laughing the whole time. Because I wanted her to cuss at me. She did. And she ended up, spending time with me. I sat next to her while she was getting her hair done to do an interview with Estrella TV. And I sang the "I Love Jenni" theme song to her, and she said, "Thank you, baby." And she was doing her interview, and she said, "Come here, mija." And she put me on TV with her. And they asked me why I love Jenni. And they had me sing a piece of Ya Lo Sé. And I did. And after that, after her concert, my family and we went to Denny's in the casino. We couldn't even eat because fans wanted pictures with me. And then people, outside the casino wanted to know who I was. People inside the casino wanted to know who I was. It was something so magical. And then, after I seen her in April, I seen her in May at the Viva Los Dodgers. She sang the national anthem. And I was at that game. And then, a month after that, I met her dad at Plaza Mexico. And from there, I felt like I had a connection with the Riveras, because I would run into them unwantedly, wherever I was. And then after Jenni, when Jenni passed away, it affected me really bad because I look up to her as my motivation. She's my motivation. She gives me strength. She just helps me get through my day when it's tough, when I'm sad. I just put her music on and I sing my heart out. And not only that, I don't see Jenni as just an artist. I see her as a person who motivates. I see her as a person who, you know, who does what she has to do. She's a real blessing in disguise because I never thought that I was gonna meet her and that I met her. And then I got the opportunity to meet Rosie Rivera, her sister. She was very welcoming as well. And now, since I go see Rosie occasionally, at her events and things like that, sometimes fans will want pictures with me to this day because I'm the one that met Jenni Rivera, and I'm the one that Jenni put on stage. And I can honestly say that I'm blessed that she did that because not everybody got that opportunity. And I did, and it's something that, I'll cherish for the rest of my life. I love Jenni so much that I have her tattooed right here on my wrist. So, that's my story of how I met Jenni. And we also ate chicken nuggets backstage. We ate French fries. We were talking like till 2 in the morning. And it was so much fun. And she gave me a bracelet. She signed my poster and she said that she loved me. So that's my story, guys. I hope you like it.